Welcome to the channel everybody. Now today, coming back with another tips and tricks video for you for Antistasi Ultimate. Now this is going to revolve mainly around your HQ, things of what to do, what not to do, and just a few pointers to help you out, especially if you are new. So let's jump straight into it and get going. Now as you can see, we've already set up our HQ here. Some of you may recognize this if you are watching the current series going on. This is our current HQ area. Now, when you first start out on Antistasi, you'll have the option to select where you place your starting HQ. Now, what you want to do is find an area that is not too close to any resources. As you can see, our current HQ is rather close to this factory here. Now, I did move here in an emergency, and I was thinking about moving out of this area, just haven't had a chance to do yet. The reason for this is because if this area is attacked, there is a chance that it may spill over to your HQ, which then puts Petros in jeopardy, and if he dies, you could lose the game. So what we want to do is find a nice area. So basically here, where we've had our HQ on this series before, would be a good area. One, is quite covered up. The chance of you getting any military personnel coming through this road here is unlikely, unless you're causing a disturbance around this area, i.e. using mortars. Never use mortars near your HQ. I would actually advise never to use them anywhere, including like your factories, you know, airports, bases, seaports, things like this, because they do cause a reaction from the enemy. So some type of reaction force will be alerted to that mortar and they will come for it. So if you're using one in this area, chances are Petros is going to be in jeopardy. So what we want to do is find a nice area. Now on Tanoa, there is a very nice little farm just here, which is where we started the series. And if you are playing on Tanoa, honestly, this is a great little starting point for you. You have a town just here, you've got a resource and a resource and a resource, and then once you're ready, you've got an outpost here, another outpost here, so you can gain quite a few items. There's actually a resource right here as well, and here. So you've got 5 resource points, sorry, in a very close area to you. On top of that, you've got 2 outposts and a number of towns down here. So you can do stuff like supply missions. This will then supply towns, get them on your side, and then in turn that will give you more HR and more money to use for the revolution. So let's say we want to move our HQ. How do we do this? So what we want to do is open up our commander menu. Normally this is your left tab button. I've changed this to my right alt button, okay? But for you guys on a normal keybind, it should be the tab button on the left hand side of your keyboard. Now once you've got this up, what we need to do is move over until you find Syndicate HQ. And at the bottom here, it says move HQ to another zone. So what you do here, you just click that, and Petros here will join your group. And then all you need to do is get inside a vehicle, or as we've got a helicopter here, let's jump in the heli. Now obviously if you wanted to, you can do this and just use your fast travel. If we push Y, hit fast travel, we can teleport anywhere on the map that is a green area zone. But obviously we're going to be moving ourselves into an area that hasn't got any of these around it, like this here. So we may as well take the heli out. Alright, so what we're going to do is just land ourselves around here. And then we'll jump out. Get Petros to jump out as well. So, we just get him to move here. He'll stand still then. And then all we need to do is go up to him. Middle mouse button. Build HQ here. And there you go. All your HQ items move to this location. And on the map, your HQ marker moves from where it was over here to down here. And this way we're a little bit safer from the spillover from these areas. You know, it's a larger distance now. Very unlikely that we're going to get attacked up in this area unless it's let ensemble. As you can tell, it does happen from time to time. But that's why you need to keep them on the down low. So obviously they're omnipresent at the moment. There's a chance that they could come over here and drone strike us. Now, another little tip for you that I will give you guys while we're here Petros is very delicate, shall we say. And as I just spoke about, if a drone comes over it and strikes this area now, high chance it'll die. So what we need to do is go into our garage, buy vehicles and items. Okay, if we go over to other, and we just buy a build box, place it down, and we use this to building placer. What we need to do is just place one of these pillbox down. Just hit spacebar and it will place it down for you. Okay, and then hit escape and you'll come out of that. As you can see, it tells you where it is by this big red marker here. We run up to it and we just hold space and this will start building. Now, whether or not if you're doing this solo like I do, this can take some time to obviously build up a large base. My advice to you guys is just to build up a pillbox area. Put Petros inside the pillbox just in case any bombs or any drones come over and decide to destroy the local area like they have done, as you can see behind me. Now, I have done a short recently as well showcasing how these work against a drone strike, which has actually happened in this area here. So this is why this place is currently all destroyed. What we need to do is go up to Petros, move this asset, and as you can see we can pick him up and run around with him. And then all you do is just run into the pillbox, place him down in it, and hey presto, he's nice and safe. Now, a little tip for you here as well on top of that, when you do save, log out and come back into the game, there is a chance that Petros will just be standing around in the open, so make sure you do move him back into the pillbox. This generally does happen to me every time I do log back into the server, alright? Now, one thing about emplacements, they are good to have and they are good for base defense, especially your HQ, but this does have a drawback as well. If you do have AI that are on these emplacements, there is a high chance that if they do see a vehicle or a patrol walking past, they will start shooting, which then will draw a reaction force this way, and again puts Petros in jeopardy. Now, Petros needs to stay alive, okay? He cannot die. So, as I said, a little tip there, put him inside a pillbox, and that will keep him extra protected. If you hang around, obviously, your HQ for too long while they assemble are omnipresent, as they are at the top here, as you can see, chances are they will come around here with a drone and try and drone strike you. So, try not to hang around your HQ too long if they are omnipresent. Right then, so you may be wondering, how do I set up roadblocks and AA emplacements and things like this? Very simply, all you need to do is bring up your commander menu and move to garrison management. Now you'll see here establish outposts, and there'll be a drop down box, watch post, roadblock, HMG emplacement, AA and AT emplacements. All you do is select one of these. We'll select a AA emplacement because we do need to set some more of these up around the island. I'll tell you what, we'll set it up just down here in this area. So you hit establish, click on the map area that you want it. It does say roadblocks should be on a road, but don't worry, you can place them off the road like this as well. Just hit establish and click on it again, and it will say AA emplacement deploy. Now, what you're going to have to do, as you can see, these guys are now going to mount into this truck here. Hold left control and hit space. This will bring up your high command units at the bottom left hand side of the screen. And once they're all loaded up and inside that truck, what we're going to do is just hit F1 to select them. Open our map. Hover over this and just hit your middle mouse button. That will give them a waypoint to go down there. As you see, off they go. Now, once they do hit this area and they go to here, they will automatically set up an AA emplacement on that area. Alright. Same thing with roadblocks. You can set them up on the roads if you do like. You can set them up just off the road. They do have HMG emplacements and stuff with them, and they're good bits to use. Now, as you can see up this end, an ideal place to put a roadblock would be on this road here, because we do have a main base here and we do have some enemy in this area. So by putting a roadblock in this place here on this road, if we do get a convoy or an attack come down this road for this base, we'll get a notification saying there is a NATO attack here, rather than them getting straight through to this area and starting attacking here. Gives you a little bit of time to get some forces down to this area before they push through that. Alright, again, little tips. you can set up AT emplacements, AA emplacements around your military bases. Generally, I have them scattered around roadblocks here on the main roads. I do need to put one on this road as well. But yeah, just a little easy point there about roadblocks. As you can see here, there you go. We now have an AA emplacement there. So we do have anyone come down here in helicopters, you know, CAS, while they're attacking this area. We've got an AA emplacement here. We've got another one here. So it just gives us a bit more range when it comes to trying to shoot these down. Well, thank you for joining me today. Again, just a few tips and tricks to try and help you out. A few things I've learned along the way that may help some of you. Just want to give a quick shout out to our channel members. Thank you very much for your extra support. It's always appreciated. If you want to join them, you can do. Head over to the channel, hit that join button and see what perk suits you best. But of course, if you want to support me in another way, you can do simply by liking, subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And that way you stay up to date with all the latest content over on the channel. Until next time, see ya.